Let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, a question. Do you think Sony's changed since they moved to America? I think they have. That's why I find this old article from gamesindustry.biz pretty funny. PlayStation's move to America won't change its DNA. I think that it has changed their DNA. I think a lot of people would agree with that statement as well. Some big changes have happened to them. Now, they moved to America because, well, at the time, only 1 out of 18 PS5s sold in Japan. The market has shifted. At least when it comes to console sales, it definitely has. So, I think it's pretty clear that the move did affect them. I wish they had just stayed in Japan. I really do. I think things would be a little bit different, but they decided to go all in on the West. And thanks to that, it's led to failures like Concord. Now, to be fair, Sony's still doing very well. They're very much winning the console war if you exclude Nintendo and you just looked at traditional consoles. Xbox not doing nearly as well as PlayStation. Though I do think that the console market, I wonder how long it's going to stay, especially with the rise of PC gaming and the buy-in cost for PC gaming not really being that high anymore. I mean, you could get a PC that's equivalent to a PS5, if not better, for around the same price, and you could do a lot more with a PC than you can with a PlayStation. Let's be fair. I mean, you can do a lot more with a PC. You can do actual work on it, even if it is a gaming PC, but Concord, big failure. Today's the last day, ladies and gentlemen, and we've got 39 players on Steam. What is that, like 3 matches right now going on Steam? Maybe a little bit better if you have cross-play on, but I can't imagine that many more people are playing over on PlayStation right now. Tomorrow the game shuts down completely. A catastrophic failure for sure. But it doesn't stop here. There's another game coming out, which makes me wonder what's in the Sony pipeline right now, because this wasn't their only game. They've got another one coming out, another live service game. Let me rephrase it that way. And this live service game is something else. It's called Fairgame, and a lot of people are calling it Concord 2.0, and for good reason. We're just going to go through this trailer a little bit here, and I'm not going to play any music because it's got some rap song on it, because I guess, everybody loves rap. So here's how the trailer starts out. Eat the rich, of course. Eat the rich. This is woke Robin Hood, which, if you remember, there was already a show that existed doing that, and this game looks just as bad. So this game is trying to chase that modern audience, that big successful audience that's going to jump up and just start buying things like crazy. We saw the modern audience and their buying power with Concord and Dustborn. I'm sure they're going to come out for this one too. So it's a typical modern audience game. They're trying to do it with a Robin Hood twist. This is basically, now people are calling it Concord 2.0, and for good reason, right? Once you see the characters, you'll understand, and you should see them in a second as soon as they come in. And the whole thing is like, it's woke payday. So they're calling it Concord 2.0, but what this game basically is a woke version of Payday, except maybe crews can compete with each other. So you basically go in and do a heist with another crew that's doing a competing heist. And there's some of the characters. You've got non-binary woman, and then you've got strong POC woman, the leader. And this is supposed to be what the gameplay will look like. So I'm sure it's really got everybody just jumping for joy right now and wishing that they could get on here and play this game. Some awful, awful designs, too. This game is going to be a massive hit, I'm sure. I'm sure it won't fail nearly as bad as Concord. I don't know if that's possible. But I also don't see this game blowing the doors off of any sales charts either. This live service push that these companies are doing, Sony's not the only one trying to chase that Fortnite dollar. They're all trying to get it because the money is so good, but they're just not going to be able to pull it off. I feel like when you're trying to do it, it's just not going to happen. It just won't. I don't even think Apex Legends was big when it first came out. I think it took time for that to take off like it is now. Like, it's a pretty big game, but this ain't it. This is just not it. Just more bad designs, another woke twist. It's turning people off. If you just look at the comments on this trailer, I mean, it's bad. You can actually feel Sony sweating nervously through the screen. You want to know about us? No. That's something she says in the trailer. The strong woman POC lead. These developers definitely sweating buckets right now. Guys, we're going on a heist. Prepare yourselves. All right, let me just put on my giant hoop earrings. Cancel it. There's still time. You can save $50 million. You sure you want to go through with this after Concord, Sony? The irony of a live service game based on eating the rich is levels of irony that even I can't comprehend, and I'm fueled by it. Concord 2.0 about to hit it. Stop giving your money to people who hate you. Just stop it. Yeah, I won't be buying this game, and I don't think I'm going to be the only one. People are pretty tired of this shit, man. In this game, who even knows where it is in development? Do they give it? They just say coming to PC and PS5. That's all they have on there. And this trailer came out last year. So it's probably pretty far along by now based on the fact that we got that trailer last year. I would imagine that there's quite the build at least right now. I can't wait to talk about the PC numbers on this game because we'll get to see them right away because I'm sure they're going to do an open beta like they did last time with Concord. That's going to be real fun. We also have some comments from some people that worked on the game to make sure you know that the game is full of inclusiveness. Very important thing that Haven Studios wants you to know. A big selling point. Many games definitely that have used that as their selling point have just done so well. Massive hits for sure. So the official description attached to the game is your chance to rob the rich and rebalance the scales. Fairgame is a competitive modern heist game where you team up to break into exotic locations and steal the cargo. The twist? You not only need to outsmart guards and security systems, you also compete against other teams. It concluded crews that extract with the most loot and flair might just rise to the top of Fairgame. Take it till you make it. Who will your first recruit be? Well, they're going to have a hard time finding recruits for this one. If Concord is an indication of just how sick people are of this stuff, I think they're going to have a hard time. So there was another blog post where the creative director came out and described the game as a fresh, modern take on the heist game. In a nutshell, this is a thrilling, competitive heist game where you join an underground movement to rob the ultra-rich and rebalance the scales. Fairgame will give you an opportunity to break the rules as a modern-day Robin Hood. That's what everyone's been looking for. We definitely need more modern-day versions of characters. Definitely something that I'm sure a lot of people are just going crazy. As soon as you heard about this, right, ladies and gentlemen, you were jumping out of your seats going, wow, it's exactly what I've always wanted. It continues. A thrill seeker is someone who wants to collect cool loot, trespass inside forbidden locations around the world, fill your pockets like a kid in a candy store, and unravel the nefarious plans of untouchable billionaires. Every member of our team shares our vision to create welcoming and inclusive multiplayer experiences that glue communities together, or like break communities apart. This shared enthusiasm is the driving force behind our heist fantasy. How it really encourages you to work together in crews to plan and execute epic heists in the style and fashion you want. Yeah, this game is DOA. DOA. I just don't see this doing well. Nobody wants this. Can't I just go play Payday, which is much better than this? And who knows? Maybe they'll blow the doors off of everybody's house when this comes out. I don't know. You know, there's actually time for them to fix it and maybe take away a lot of these modern things that they're putting in here, trying to make it sound like woke Payday. They could probably still turn this around. But if you've learned anything watching these fools over the past couple of years, you know they're not going to. The only time I've ever seen anybody take feedback was Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, and they actually benefited quite well from it. People are making fun of this game, by the way, tagging Sony and making fun of it, saying the memes will stop when the Concord stops and all this shit. It's kind of funny. Here's learning the law. Welcome to Fairgame. Your chance to rob the rich and rebalance the scales. Fairgame is a competitive modern heist game where you team up to break into exotic locations and steal the cargo. Don't worry, Concord, the memes will stop. The next Sony exclusive flop will be Fairgame, the ultimate Zoomer AAA. And that's actually pretty funny because it's true. So anyway, Sony learning nothing. I expect this arrogance that they have and this leftist shit that they're pulling over in their California home base to eventually bite them in the ass. So we'll see. Either way, I got a PC, so my gaming will continue regardless of what happens to PlayStation. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.